He was trying. He asked me one time. I was in St. Louis. He said, "How come you don't get a title shot down here?" I said, "Because I'm AWA. What if I knock you off?"
I know Flair's been
out there wooing.
He's wooing quite a bit out there recently.
I saw his little story yesterday. He's a dandy.
He is. He's quite the wild card, But that's what makes him the nature boy, though.
It is, and he was like that in college. I mean, he hasn't changed a bit.
Yeah.
Just dropped some weight when he came to the camp. Patera was 340, and Rick was about 295.
Wait, who was 340? Did you say?
Ken Patera.
Oh, Ken Patera.
And then Rick was always training with Ken, and he was about 295, I believe.
Good golly.
And now he's about what, 230?
I think so.
He's phenomenal in the ring. I mean, he never stops. He just never stops.
No.
No. He was. I wish I would have been able to wrestle him, both of us in our prime.
Yeah. You mean Flair, right? You mean Flair?
I mean Flair. Yep. He was trying. He asked me one time. I was in St. Louis. He said, "How come you don't get a title shot down here?" I said, "Because I'm AWA. What if I knock you off?" The NWA will be in an uproar.
In a whole uproar, yeah.
Well, you wouldn't knock me off. I said, "I think I would."
You know what? That's just a fun thing, though, because I'm such a novice when it comes to some of the historical aspects of the business. But when the WWE Network first came out, I tuned in. I binge watched a lot of the World Class Championship Wrestling, and I remember like Flair having that big angle with Kerry Von Erich in the cage match, and Freebirds turning on Kerry, smashing his head in the cage door, and but the neat aspect was Flair would go around and wrestle everybody. And I know that's the deal with the NWA champion and everything like that. But Flair really exemplified that, of being such a great traveling champion, but was did the heel stuff where it's like you give the local fans, the false hope that, hey, my guy has a chance about winning this championship for our area, and he will go around and defend it.
Yeah, but Sam Muchnick, I mean, myself and Jim got really established down there in St. Louis, and but Rick said, "Well, why don't they give you a shot?" And I think that was the reason why.
Oh man, yeah. Do you think you could have handled the crazy schedule and the requirements and the responsibility and all the travel going around? Like, do you think you could have done that, the NWA World Champion? No, you don't think so?
There's only a few people that are built that way.
Yeah.
To take that on. We've talked about it before, but Vern only in the AWA, we only worked 250 was, tops.
Right.
And when you talk to TA, they were 365 and, double on Saturdays and Sundays in most cases. So
right.
They never got a break, but Vern wanted his talent to be able to be with their families. And in the summertime in Minnesota, the ratings always dropped a little bit because people they were locked up all winter. Right. Now summer comes, they want to get out and they want to go boating and fishing and biking and hiking, and that's the only time they can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've noticed in the last few weeks, the Netflix ratings have gone down. And, we're just coming out of those summer months, and that's usually when TV drops down a little bit. So we'll see if they can get it back up there again. I'm sure they will. They've got such great talent there.